coming to you live from the It's Funny Studios. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the show. Welcome. Happy Halloween.
That's right. Trick or treat.
We're going to try to get through this. I think all of us have been fighting colds, allergies, or something.
So frustrating.
Tis the season.
Tis the season.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's just
Must
jump.
be all that corn that's being harvested.
Yeah. There's not much left.
No,
it's about all gone.
It's about gone.
Greg's got a gripe. I got something right up front. Then we're going to discuss surviving a slasher movie. How long could you go against some different people? Or we might rank them to see who would stack up best against. We're going to talk about Beware of the Switch Witch. If you've not heard of that, that's something supposedly new, but it's been going on for a long time. I got some Halloween safety tips from a couple places. I love those. You know, they're giving you some nuggets. They're dropping some truth bombs that you've never thought of. You got to be safe. And then we're going to talk. I got some Halloween laws we'll finish up with. We haven't done a law segment in a while.
I'm sure I've broken a lot of them.
Nope. And last week I said I was going to talk about costumes. Couldn't really find a lot about costumes, so I don't know. Do you guys have anything? Might talk about it a little bit.
Really.
Not really.
No, we've talked about them in the past, so I don't. Really
there wasn't much there. They have the standard, you know. It's sexy this, sexy that. It's all the same. Everything is a sexy whatever. So
yeah.
Anyway, let's jump right in. Greg, go ahead. What's your gripe?
And again, pardon the voice, but I'll do the best I can. All right, my gripe this week, we've been going after some of the big boys these last few weeks. We've done, Amazon, we've done Walmart, Elon Musk. Well, this week, it's another one of the big ones, Netflix. I read this week that Netflix is bumping their price up again. After posting record quarters, I forget what it was, $8.74 billion in the quarter or something like that. Plus, they cracked down on the password sharing this last couple months, so that's added users to their subscriptions. But I saw they're still raising the price. Excuse me, and they're making it so they have now. They've got the paid subscription with the advertisements you can do.
Yep.
The whole thing was to get away from all the ads, and that was one of the nice things about Netflix.
They start all that to rope you in, and then you get rid of all the other stuff, and then they throw ads in.
Yeah.
They make it just as bad as the rest of it.
We're gonna have less content or worse content, and charge you more.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it was no ads, and I had a comment about that. It's it used to be you paid or you got advertisements. Now it's you pay and you get advertisements. There's no, either or. That was always my gripe with Hulu when it first started. I was like, I paid for it. Why am I getting all these ads? And then it's because that's what they do.
You pay for cable and you get ads for that. You pay for everything, you get ads.
I know. It's just so frustrating. Everything, my cable's gone up a little bit, so I'm going to have to start whittling it down again.
Yep. Well, real quick, if you guys are thirsty, make sure that you hit up McDonald's. They've got iced tea on sale right now no, I'm just kidding.
Do you have to watch an ad to get some?
Yes, you can't skip the ad.
That'll be the next thing. They'll just have, the gas stations got those little TV screens.
Those irritate me more than the other things because I am stuck here pumping gas and you pop up the stupid little commercials on the screen of the pumps.
I just start the pump and get in my vehicle, so I don't have to listen to it.
Really? I can't get away from the ad while I'm pumping the gasoline. I got to sit here and have you tell me about whatever product you're pushing.
Is it always ads for products or it seems, I feel like sometimes it's Maria Menounos.
Oh, Maria Menounos is on there showing you something.
She's on everything. She's at the movie theater, before the movie starts.
Chive News or whatever. They'll get something. Why are you showing me this?
This is what I want to watch when I'm getting gas.
I don't want to see this.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's my gripe. Just, I don't know. I liked Netflix the way it was, and now it's I'm going to start thinking about because they're getting their price so high.
Well, that's the problem, Greg. You can't just like anything for what it is.
No.
Because inevitably it changes.
It's kind of like shopping at Costco.
Yes.
You find those products you like.
Yeah.
Speaking specifically of the assorted chocolate covered fruits.
Yeah. The best item ever.
Yes, and they canceled them on us. But yeah, Costco's the same way. This gripe's going to go over to Costco now.
Yeah. You can't just get away with how it used to be anymore.
Yeah, or just enjoying something and
Right.
expect that it's going to be there,
Yeah.
In the future.
You get nickeled and dimed every which way to Sunday. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah. I feel like
Let us enjoy one thing. Can we just please have one thing? Something.
Yes.
But no, that's asking for too much.
It is asking for too much. Just, that one thing. Everything's got to change.
It does have to change.
And I'm not anti-change, but it seems like the change is always bad. It's not.
Of course, yes. They don't
What
change
never
it for the
changes in your
better.
favor.
Yeah.
It's not changed for your
no,
favor.
It's not. Yeah. It's not changed like, gas prices dropped $1.50 a gallon. No, that's not it. So, anyways, that's it.
Yep. Tune in next week and you'll hear us yell at clouds. No. Not
I already scream at the clouds.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a couple of things real quick. One I've brought up probably before, but I ran into this again. Was at a restaurant, and I went up to use the restroom. They have a men's room there, and you walk into the men's room, and it's a, open it up, and it's just a big room. There's a sink, there's a toilet, and then there's a urinal. No stalls, no
And a
stall
baby
door,
changing station.
and a baby changing station. Just one giant room. My gripe with that, you do not need the urinal in that situation. There is no reason why there should be a urinal in there at all.
Or there should be stall doors.
I'm never going to open that door and Mike's going to be sitting on the toilet. I'm going to walk in. Hey, Mike, how's it going? I'm just going to take a leak. It's like, no.
I need to change my baby.
Yeah. No. Get rid of it. We're done. I don't need to have the urinal in there.
Yeah.
Or put up stall walls and a door on the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that room is too small for walls.
You couldn't
It
put up
might
a stall
work.
between the urinal and the toilet?
Well,
This room is too small.
it looks
for that.
very small.
Which is why I said you just put a toilet in there. Just
Yeah.
put a toilet in there and a lock on the door. We're done.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my gripe.
And the baby changing station's right next to the urinal, too, so that's nice.
Very simple.
That way you can pee and change your baby at the same
Yeah.
time. I multitask.
Or talk to the person that's standing there.
Sometimes I stand my baby and let him pee into the urinal. Let him from the changing station.
It's a good body training
Yes, it
opportunity.
is. You get learn how to get distance because you need that as a little boy. You got to figure out how do I get distance.
Yeah, I need distance.
And aiming.
Learn young.
Kind of hand-eye coordination.
Target
Get the whole
practice.
thing going.
Put a little target in the urinal that you can hit.
Yes. Okay. The other thing I got is I took this picture. I'll put it out there on our feeds. They have these interstate signs all over, and you've seen them. It'll say, look for Greg Kia license plate, blah blah. Call 911. Which, okay, what? I feel like I need closure on those signs too. This is a little different, but
Didn't we see
later on,
one
tell
last,
me what happened. Did they catch him?
Yeah, didn't we see one last week that didn't even say looking for? It just said,
it just
Gray Kia
with a license. Call 911. That's it. Like, was it a murderer or is it somebody that is run away?
Are they after the car?
Yeah, I'd like to know if the
something?
car itself just took off. It's driving. I don't know. I need a backstory, and I need closure. Tell me, did you find it? What happened?
One time I saw, we're in Illinois for context. I saw one in Illinois that was pertaining a vehicle from Ohio. It's like, why are we getting this one?
I don't know.
Maybe he was going to pass through Illinois.
Maybe, but it's like, how do you know? We're 2 states away.
But they'll put little cutesy signs on there that give you no information that's helpful whatsoever. None. They'll do things like don't drink and drive. Like, well, okay, but the people that drink and drive, are they seeing that sign? Go, I better pull over. Call an Uber. Come get me.
Well, and it's not even straight. Most of the time, they try to be funny with it, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive. It's not the jive. It's like, well, did we need that in there? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, they have a sign up now that I've seen in several spots around the area. It says, "Speed demon, I cast thee out. Drive the limit." Like, I was expecting another one.
Stupid.
Yeah. The power of Chrysler compels you. The power of Chrysler compels you. It's like, what is this? What is we doing?
It
Speed
sprays
Demon.
holy water on you when you drive by.
Well, and Speed Demon, if you're a young guy driving, that's kind of a cool thing. I'm a Speed Demon. It's like, well, no, don't make it sound like a bad thing. Don't make Speed Demon, I guess, yeah. Drive the speed limit. Drive the limit. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was speeding real fast, but I think I'll slow her down now. No. Nobody
You make
is,
a compelling point, Si.
Yes. I'm going to cast the demon out of my car. So anyway, that was it. That one thing, it just drives me nuts to see that kind of stuff. It's stupid and has no helpful information whatsoever.
Next time I get pulled over, sorry, officer.
It's not me.
There was a speed
There's a
demon.
demon.
I tried.
He had control of my car.
I tried.
It's like
I
from the
really
70s.
did.
The devil made me do it.
That's right. What was that? I lost his name.
Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson.
Yeah.
But Geraldine wasn't that?
That's an old one. Yeah.
Wasn't Geraldine his character's name?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just jump right in. Segment 1. I kind of had this idea. It was a little bit different. It was kind of going to talk about slasher movies and everything. And then, to be fair, I was listening to our friends over at the Greener Grass podcast, and they had a little segment about getting stuck in a house with a slasher. Which would you rather be stuck with? So this is kind of a take off them. So a little shout out to the Greener Grass podcast. Thank you, ladies. But this is against whom do you think you could survive the longest in a slasher movie? And I got a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just do the 5. And in no particular order, I have the Scream Ghost, Jason, Michael Myers, Leatherface, and Chucky. So you're thrown in a slasher movie. List in there which one do you think you would survive the longest with? So I guess the one that you would kill you first, we'll list all the way down to who you could survive the longest with. Thoughts? Any thoughts on that whatsoever? And if you both say no, this is going to be a very short segment. Nope, not a thought at all.
I got one here. I can start us off. I think 5, that's about the number of minutes I'm surviving against any of these slashers. So I don't like my chances really at all. But if I have to pick one that I think I might stand the longest against, I'd probably go with Leatherface. And he's got the chainsaw. I get that.
You say you can go the longest with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to take my chances with Leatherface.
Okay.
So here's my reasoning. He's got the size. He's got the chainsaw. He's not the brightest guy. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. And in the very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he was almost more afraid of the people than he was of, he wasn't straight on killer right away. I mean, he gave off the persona, don't get me wrong. But his kill count didn't rack up till later Chainsaw Massacre. So I think maybe I can catch him in the first one, maybe. I think I might be able to maneuver myself, around for a little bit longer.
Some good reckoning.
I mean, I'm going to get eaten eventually. He's going to chop me up. And the rest of his family's going to eat me. But maybe I can push my luck with him, I think, the longest.
You want me to go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will say I also had picked Leatherface as the one that I would last the longest with for a few reasons. He's big, lumbering, slow. I'm slow, but I feel like I at least have a shot against that. And more importantly, he's the most unrealistic character for one reason. He's got a chainsaw. If you've ever worked a chainsaw, have you ever once pulled that cord and had it just start? No.
Well, maybe he's got a good quality chainsaw.
He's going to be chasing me like. And then you got to hit
He'll do that thing where it sticks and about pulls your arm off.
He's like, oh, got it. And then you got to hit the primer. And it goes. He's going to be yanking that cord for quite a while. So I feel like I could be getting away while he's sitting there playing around trying to get his chainsaw going. And he can't just keep it running all the time because I'll hear it. So he's trying to sneak up on me and then do the surprise. Like, no, you're not going to do that. It is never going to start on one pull ever. So I feel like I can get away from it.
Maybe he's got a good one.
Nah, I feel like I could. I'm taking my chances with Leatherface.
See, I think one of the downsides of Leatherface, one of the things that I weighed against me picking him was that the chainsaw gives him extra reach.
It
Yeah,
does
so
give
he's
him
got-
extra reach.
He's a big guy anyway, so he's got a big wingspan, and then you throw on a chainsaw on top of that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
You know
to.
what, though? He
You have to
doesn't-
get the distance. You got to distance yourself.
He doesn't take care of that chainsaw either. He's cutting through stuff. That chain's all beat up. It's probably dull. It might even be broken. There might not even be a chain on it. He's hitting concrete. You can't just hit down into concrete with your chainsaw. He does not take care of his
He's got
tool.
a very good one.
I don't think so.
That's just gonna make it hurt worse
I
when
don't
he
think
catches
so.
me. When he starts hacking me up, that's gonna hurt worse.
What? I'm
The
saying
dull
it's even
blade.
broken, falling off, and he's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, then you got to put the chain back on. That's
And
like-
if you've ever done that, good luck.
I have done.
I
that.
have too, and then it keeps popping off, and you got to keep tweaking the stupid screw to get the right tension on it.
And the little arm will flip around.
Yeah, he's worthless with that chainsaw. I'm not scared of the chainsaw. I don't think he can keep it running.
You
The
hope,
thing, like
you
any
hope anyways.
any chainsaw I've ever had to use, good luck.
Yeah. Now, if he gets lucky and it starts, that's where you're.
Well,
that's
then,
where,
yeah, then
that's
I'm
where
done.
the risk is.
Yep.
Because
This is all
he
true.
could sneak up on you, and if it would start on the first pull, you're done.
Yeah,
but
this is true. I'm taking my chances that it's not. I think I've got a pretty good shot. That's not going to start on one pull.
all right. Well, I did not go Leatherface. I went Michael Myers.
Oh, Mike Myers was the one that we're on complete opposite ends of the
Yeah,
spectrum. here.
I,
Mike Myers was the one that I'm absolutely not going against at all.
I feel
like to hear.
I feel like if you have even the teensiest amount of situational awareness, you're going to see him. The guy's always
yeah,
hanging
but that's-
out in your yard, standing there looking
Looking at
your
the window?
house.
This is true.
Yeah.
The dude is always like exposing himself around. Not
Well, that's a different movie. He wants to be seen. He's not sneaking up on anybody.
That's a whole different.
That is a whole
Halloween.
different.
Trick or treat.
That's a different kind of slasher.
Making himself.
Put your knife away. Oh, it's a knife. Oh, he put a mask on it. A little hockey mask.
Oh, that's a whole different character.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. The little,
His mask,
Mask,
whatever
yeah.
his is, that rubber mask.
the Captain Kirk mask that
Yeah,
they
it's
painted white.
Shatner.
Yeah.
That might even be more scary than that popping out.
Yeah, and he seems very clumsy when he's attacking. He's
does.
not good. He's not deft with his movements. He's very clumsy. And if you would flip a stinking light on, you're gonna see, because he's always the girls in the movies.
I was saying, the fact that you're not an attractive teenage babysitter, that gives you a whole nother.
Right there's a whole nother.
You're really only if you accidentally get in his way. I mean, I don't think he's really tracking you down.
True. So I feel like it's pretty
Little Mike Myers
avoidable
is what
if
they
you're-
come out to see. The teenage babysitters, not you.
So yeah, I just felt like
The ladies would have a bigger fear of Michael Myers because
Yes.
he's wanting to kill the babysitter.
he does want to kill the babysitter. I guess it's because I'm trying to remember the plot of the first one. It says he's the little boy.
He's put in
I
an
kinda
insane
forget.
asylum and he escapes.
Yeah, but something happens when he's little. Somebody gets killed at his house. I kind of forget.
he killed them,
I
didn't
need
he?
to go back and watch it.
Didn't he kill him? And
Yeah,
they
because I think
put
he's standing
Donald
there at the
Pleasance-
beginning holding the
Yeah,
knife. Where yeah, it's been a long time. So, anyways,
All right.
I'm sticking with Michael Myers.
All right. Well, you want to go ahead and hit
Oh,
again, and then
sure,
we'll
I can.
kind of. I guess we're not really doing a
So
grab. But
we're going to go in the order of the next one we think we can get away from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I don't know much about this one, so I may not be speaking from a bunch of experience here, but Scream Ghost, what little bit I've seen of it, he seems more spooky than slasher. I've not seen him.
I mean, both him and Mike Myers are hardcore slashers.
But I still feel like it's kind of like the same thing, kind of. And it's probably true with any of these a little bit. But like Freddy, I felt like is more like he's laying in wait. It's like he's
Freddy or Michael Myers?
I'm sorry, no. You changed
Jason?
it. Jason. He's laying in wait. a lot of times. I shouldn't. That's a different pick for me. So I'm sticking with Scream Ghost. I don't really have a strong reason why because I have not seen enough of it to know.
Okay, so Mike, you had Leatherface as one. Who's your second?
Well, my second was Chucky
All right.
because he's a doll.
Shouldn't it have gone back to you?
Oh, maybe it should be. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
now we're
technically it
going
would be.
I'm sorry. It'll go to me
counterclockwise.
then. Well, my second is Chucky. Me and Mike are pretty
Man, I guess
simpatico here.
you guys can sit and watch the
For
scary
one,
movies together.
because it's a doll. Two, I'm never going to be that close to a doll. I don't have to worry
Oh,
about
you don't
Chucky.
have to be close. He's going to be
I
close.
feel like I could punt him. I feel like I could kick him. Now he's got a knife, and if he hits me with the knife, it's bad. But I feel like I could kick him right across the room.
Why
Now, I
is-
know it's hard to kill because he's a doll. He's an inanimate object. That's going to be a problem. I'm not saying it's not going to be a problem.
You're going to hear him at night when you're in bed.
I know. I just feel like I could. I feel like I can survive a little longer against Chucky than some of the other ones. So I said Chucky. Sorry. And again,
We got the sneezes.
we do.
going.
Yeah, I went Chucky for the same reasons because, well, I hate the voice in the movies. I just hate the whole Chucky personality. Somehow the serial killer put his body in or soul in the Chucky doll. I hate the premise.
But you're still saying that you can last
that I could
longer
go,
than the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's my aside on Chucky. But yeah, I think for the same reasons. I mean, like sometimes it looks like he's flying. So I mean, like he'll pull that out of nowhere. But like I think, size wise, he is at the end of the day a doll. So I mean, punting, like whacking him with a bat, whatever you can do, I think you can easily kind of keep him at bay.
I agree.
So then it's me again, right?
Sure.
Okay, this is where I am going with the Scream as my third. To me, he is like the great value version of Michael Myers.
yeah.
I mean, like, he is scary, but his scare kind of comes, like, he'll taunt you. He'll kind of play with you a little bit more. Michael, I'll get into it maybe. I'll save that point. But he'll call you on the phone,
Hey,
breathe
what's
into
up?
it a little bit, like he'll taunt you with it, kind of play with you. I mean, at the end of the day, now we're into this is the territory I was like, I don't want to be going against any of these guys, but I mean, he doesn't like scare me quite as much as Michael Myers does, which I can explain that maybe a little bit later. But yeah, I'm going with Scream at this point.
Okay. My three, so I had Leatherface, Chucky, and these are the people I think I can last the longest against. I have Michael Myers. For the same reason. He's kind of slow. He just stands there. Look, he's not really trying to hide.
No.
Although he does mysteriously just pop up behind you a lot of times, which I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't quite get
how that
but-
happens. Where you turn around, he's just there. And if he gets a hold of you, you're
'cause he's
you're
a
done.
big guy too.
Yeah,
he's-
you're done. If he gets a hold of you. But I feel, again, not being a teenage babysitter,
Because he really doesn't seem to go after
a
a lot of
promiscuous
other
teen.
people.
I think I'm okay. No, it's the teenage babysitters that he wants to terrorize. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be okay. in
His
that
kill count's
situation.
pretty low, I think, in comparison to a lot of them too.
He's got a high kill count.
Well,
I think it's
That's
lower
part of the
than
reason.
I think it's lower than some of the other ones. though.
across
Jason.
5 movies,
He's lower than Jason.
across 5 movies, he's got a high kill count.
Well, yeah.
But like his first one, there's probably what 4
3,
or 5.
4?
I mean,
Well, I think somebody in the insane asylum, whoever he killed in the first one, or at
well,
the very beginning,
it
and
was
then
he was going after the babysitter. Of course, spoiler, he never gets her,
what? Oh, thanks.
but he gets a lot of her friends. So
So my
I mean-
friends have to worry, but I'm going to be okay.
well, if you're the star in one of these movies, odds are you're not going to be offed anyways.
Maybe.
because as stupid as you are sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not a main character, so I don't last. very
No,
long.
none of us are main characters.
No.
I mean, but to be fair though, all of these guys have got 6, 7 movies. I mean,
Yes.
True.
So
do.
they've all got like the
High
same
body count.
Yeah,
So
the same length in movies.
all right. Well, my third one's the same as your guys' second one, Chucky.
Okay.
And for those same reasons, he's a little, it's just the way he fell in the order. He's a little doll. Hopefully, I'd have a shot at outrunning him. I'm not very fast. He looks pretty quick, but yeah, he's a doll.
All right.
All right. Oh, I gotta go again.
Yeah.
So number 4 is Jason. I feel like he's a little different than Mike Myers because he would be out at the camp where the kids are at the camp, and they might be just doing something in the woods. Who knows what?
I think we all know what they're doing in the woods.
And he just shows up and he's quick and he's just like stab, 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 and they're done. It's like, I don't know. I feel like with Michael Myers, there's more slow drama build up that gives you that extra window of escape. Whereas Jason, he pops up. I mean, he comes out of the water. He does all these different things. It's quick. So, for that reason, I'm saying Jason.
I also have Jason as number 4. And kind of like, cause he would like come out of the water. He didn't need to breathe, or maybe he did. I don't know. He could be underwater forever.
Yeah.
So he drowned. That's his.
Yeah. So he could come out of the water.
Thing.
And again, it seems like he was going after promiscuous teens. I was never Don Juan, so
I wasn't it. Most of these movies, that's what
I was never in the situation that would have got me killed. So I'm safe there. I wasn't out in the woods doing something, and I wasn't a teenage girl babysitting or let's take a shower before we get in the lake. It's like, no. If you're in a movie, you leave your clothes on, you don't pair off and go off into the woods, and you don't go into the lake.
Plus, I know how to use a light switch.
Yes. I know how to I'm not going to investigate I don't care what the sound is. I'm leaving. So, yeah, I had Jason and the machete. The machete gives him, Jason had the knife, and that's up close and personal. That machete, it does extend kind of the same thing as the chainsaw. You're extending your reach there. So 4 was Jason for me.
Well, he was also my number 4.
Ooh, we all agreed on 4.
Yeah, basically the same reasons. I love his his look though with the chainsaw, the hockey mask.
Yeah,
it's just iconic. But
the hockey mask is.
Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say with him though. But
okay,
my last one. Okay, so here's my Mike Myers explanation.
Here we go.
The thing with him is
Mike puts on his tight sweater and goes over to babysit.
Yeah. It's a side job.
Okay,
what can
kids,
I say?
Go to bed.
What can I say?
I'm going to get my panties and tight sweater and watch a movie in the dark.
So what scares me about him is no matter, I mean, you can straight up just shoot him dead, and then a minute later he's going to pop back up. He's going to keep coming after you. The whole thing, like what scares me the most about him is that he just doesn't care that you see. Like that's his thing. He knows that you know where he is.
So
and
he's
that
toying with you.
Kind of. Not in the same type that like the Scream guy he'll kind of just torment you with it. But Mike Myers, he knows that you see him in the yard and he doesn't even care. I mean, like you can.
So it's kind of like telling you can't do a thing about this.
Exactly.
This is happening and there's nothing you can do.
I mean, the movies he was shot, he was burned, he was all this stuff, and he comes back. He still comes back. I mean, how laser focused he is what scares me the most about it. Because no matter what, you are not dispatching.
I mean, you got to give him. He has persistence, and
Yeah,
you got to give him that.
Yeah.
He don't have speed, but he's got persistence.
No, but he doesn't care.
Slow and steady wins the race.
He doesn't need the speed. You know what I'm saying? He's not a speed demon.
No.
He doesn't need to be one. That's his whole thing.
But when you're murdering, sometimes you do need to be a little quicker.
Well,
No.
if he's murdering us, I don't. Well, I'll speak for me. No, he does not have
No,
to.
as the young teenage babysitter,
Yeah.
they're usually pretty spry.
They
and
are
quick.
spry, but we're saying it's us. So
And I think Doug pointed it out, but like the thing that terrifies me is like, how did he make it around that hallway and up the staircase? That's what I don't understand. Does he teleport?
because he doesn't run. You never see him run, but he's always right. But he's always behind
He
you.
always catches up to you. He's always either right behind you or somehow he's made it a little ahead of you.
Never
I
open
don't
the
get it.
closet door.
Okay, well,
Don't
then,
look behind you after you've looked in the mirror and there's nothing there because
Yeah.
you know he's there.
Yeah.
then why through 5 or 6 movies could he not kill the main girl?
Because then there wouldn't be a second, a third, a fourth,
but
or fifth.
How'd she evade him?
She has to do. She barely makes it out each movie.
Well, it's kind of like the Buffalo Bills. They went to the Super Bowl. They could never win, though. They went and they went and they went, and they just couldn't win.
Well,
They would get rid of a lot of teams, but they could never quite get over the hump.
so my hope is to be like her.
You're one of her friends. You want to come listen to records? Sure. You're done. Oh no.
I mean that you can keep him at bay, but he never has left her alone. That's my thing. Is he always is coming after you, no matter what. I mean, she's what in the most recent one? She's like 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
So she survived. Guess who's back? I mean, he keeps coming after.
Back again.
Yeah.
Michael's
back. Back again.
Okay.
Tell your friends.
I haven't seen it, but I have a feeling this last one she got the best of him though.
I don't think
I
so.
think he
Because then
might-
you
he
can't
might
make
be
another
gone.
sequel. There always has to be a sequel.
It'll
right?
be
Jason has got
son
like
of Michael.
Well, in the first Friday the 13th, it ended up not even really being Jason, wasn't it? Wasn't that the whole thing with the very first one? It
kind
was,
of, yeah. But now he's got like 13 movies. To
Yeah,
his name. I mean,
Jason in space, Jason attacks
Jason.
Freddy. I mean, it's Jason versus Freddy. They're trying to see who gets the highest body count. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
All right, my number 5 is the Scream Ghost, and I'm going to tell you why you both were wrong to put him farther up in your list. One, now maybe I don't know. I'm going to speak for me. This is a young, in shape, college-age dude. He's fast. He's strong. I'm not outrunning him. I'm not going to outfight him. He chase you down outside on the yard and stab you in the back. I can't outrun that. He busts through walls and or doors and everything else. And he's too quick. I can't get away from him. Again, Jason, he doesn't seem fast. He might be quick. Michael Myers quick. They scare me. But that Scream Ghost, I've seen it. He's running across. Obviously, I've got a bad wheel. I can't run. So anything that runs, I'm in awe of. Oh, he runs. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. But that's where I'm going. He's going to run me down and kill me pretty quick. I'm not going to make it. It's not going to work for me. Unless
Yeah,
I can
I
be
didn't
the
really
cop
think
with the
about
gun
his-
and the slow, But even then, the cop gets killed about a third of the way through, 2/3 of the way through the movie. So I got nothing. I'm going to die.
What happens to him at the end? I'm not up on my.
Well, there's like
Scream
6 of them,
movies.
so I don't know.
It's all different.
Is it the same deal though, where he doesn't die in the movie?
I think it's
and
different
then
It's
people.
different people.
Okay.
So that one will die, but another one, copycat murders. They're more like murders than
Yeah.
I mean, it is
supernatural.
It's college kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a college slasher.
in shape,
basically.
strong college kids. I can't outdo that. I've gotten old. They intimidate me. So that's why I went with Scream Ghost.
Good points. Good points.
So that
Yeah.
was my 5.
My 5 was your guys' first, Leatherface. I just felt like kind of what you're talking about with I didn't really take into account the chainsaw not starting.
That was the first thing.
I am assuming he's got a still.
I have never had a chainsaw work like that.
I'm assuming maybe it's electric.
Well, they just got to outrun the cord.
It's a long extension cord.
Battery
it's
powered.
electric. Yeah. Rechargeable.
I don't think battery power would get through your leg all the way. I think it would stop and you could
Yeah.
get away. Crawl away.
Yeah.
He'll put you up on a meat hook or something.
Oh, well, then you're done.
yeah, then you're
I
toast.
guess if he gets a hold of you, you're done anyway.
Got to feed the family.
Yeah. Yeah. I just felt like he's strong. He's, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm assuming the element of surprise that,
I don't want to go up against, like Mike said, I'm not going to make it out of the movie. I'm not a main character. I'm not going to make it. I just trying to see who you feel like you could last the longest against.
yeah. So mine was Michael Myers. That was my.
All right. Well, I think that will wrap that up unless you guys have anything else to add.
I don't think so.
All right. Well,
So one quick thing.
yeah, go right ahead.
I found some articles that was ranking the slashers by their kill counts.
Uh-oh.
So, okay, do you just want me to say it, or do you want to take turns maybe guess and ballpark it?
How many is it?
For each one that we just named?
So are we trying to guess who has the highest kill count?
Sure. and we can go and every person if you want. Who's got the lowest? Who's got the highest?
You have I got a guess for the highest.
For the highest?
Yeah.
See, a couple of these I haven't seen, so I don't know. Let me think here. I'm going to say highest Leatherface.
I said Jason for the highest.
Jason.
Yeah.
Do you want to put a number on that?
How many movies has he had?
he's had a lot.
20.
20 or 13? I don't know.
It's a lot of movies.
I'm going to say 142 kills.
Greg, you got to guess?
Let's say... I don't think quite that high. I would say 115.
170 kills.
Wow.
Oh!
So
Wow.
Jason is our top killer,
Yes,
actually.
he is. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Top killer, Jason. So Doug was on the point.
That may
So who's the
put him-
lowest? Are we going there next? Or
So you want to guess who's second?
Oh.
You guess who's anybody who's
Go ahead,
up
Mike.
there?
Mike. Greg?
So who's second of these that
Of
we...
these five, yeah.
So we know Jason is first.
With 170, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of
You know,
kills.
as much as I said I think I can get away from him, I'm going to say Michael Myers.
I was thinking Michael Myers as
It
well.
is. It's our boy Mike.
I think
he's
longevity is what gets him up to that kill
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
He's right up there with Jason.
Yep.
Do you want to put a number?
150.
I'm saying 162.
159. So he's right up there. So who's coming in third?
Let's see.
I'm going to say the Scream Ghost. I'm going to say it's a lot lower than that. I'm going to say 57.
I will say Chucky.
Greg. With Chucky is in third. Numbers?
63.
Stick with my 57.
You're close. 47.
Okay.
And then I'll say, I'll just kind of finish out the rest here. Ghostface is not far behind with 36.
I'd say Leatherface was probably last.
Yep, he was the last. He with 31. So Leatherface kind of rounds out the list there. So
See, I thought he did more with that chainsaw through the different movies.
it's the first movie that really puts him. He started slow, so he didn't get going until later.
He bought a better chainsaw.
Yeah,
You got to work your way out of that. You got a Husqvarna now. He did have like a
He started
Sears
with
and
a Farm and
Roebuck.
Fleet.
Yeah. The Briggs and Stratton.
Yeah,
I can't keep it running.
The house brand.
I can't keep that one running. I'm telling you. All right, we ready, or did you have anything else? Okay, so it says parents are starting. They have a hot new trend. What they're calling a hot new trend, the Switch Witch. This hot new trend sees parents across America encouraging their kids to trade candy, cavity-causing trick-or-treat candy for toys. So they let their kids go trick-or-treating. They get candy. And then when they get it back, they say, well, we're going to trade this out for toys. Says the point is to discourage excess sugar intake and high rates of child obesity and the potential health hazards of some sweets.
See, and I thought the point was to suck the fun out of Halloween.
Well, my thought here is, too, you're not getting obese from one day, a freaking year. That's not what is making you obese. It's the other 364 days that you're overeating junk and chips and stuff. When we were kids, I mean, Halloween was, I didn't get candy. I mean, you had Halloween.
Yeah.
My mom and dad didn't buy candy.
No, and
they would get cookies. Mom would make cookies sometimes.
And you would
stuff around the house.
stretch that Halloween candy out.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. But the one day a year you had your haul. Like, this is it. I have got to hit it. We got to hit it big and we got to go.
it's like, do I eat the bad ones first and then save the good ones for later, or do I eat the
And
good
so,
ones?
which is worse? Would you rather your parents just say, listen, Halloween, it's all bad because it's just sweets and junk food and you don't need to eat that, so you're not going to go trick-or-treating, or let you go trick-or-treating, get your haul, and when you get back, they're like, okay, now we're going to take this candy and we're going to trade it in for, like, you're taking it. I would rather not have it. I would rather not even have it than to get it and then take it away. You don't take it away.
Yeah. I did see one comment in there where the parents said they let the kid have 5 pieces. Then they put the rest. It's like,
and maybe in this day and age, that's not a big deal for kids. Like I said, when we didn't get candy. Halloween was the haul. That was what got you through till Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, and then Christmas would get you, that had to last like most of the year because I didn't get candy another time.
You can make those hard candies last.
Valentine's, yeah, but now if they want to trade off like Smarties and Tootsie Rolls, stuff like that, fine. Yeah, take those.
Give me a toy.
I'm not giving up my Reese's. You can have my Reese's when you pry it out of my cold dead hand. That's what I think. I don't know. Any other thoughts? I just saw that. That was kind of.
I'd be the same way. I wouldn't want to go out, trick or treat, and then have it all taken away at the end. Because it's like,
terrible.
I worked for that.
Yeah.
I earned that candy.
Yes, this is my candy.
All right. Well, let's get into some safety tips for all of you youngsters out there and parents.
It's important.
The first article I have is pumpkin carving safety. I thought about having Mike. We were going to do a video where Mike carves a pumpkin to see how he does. Because we know how he loves sticking his hand down in the pumpkin goo.
That's my favorite.
All right. Well, there's a few things here. It says make sure you choose the right pumpkin. You want one with a flat bottom because you don't want an oblong that's flopping all around.
All pumpkins roll around.
They do.
I mean, you need like a pumpkin vice grip to put them in.
The very second safety thing is weird to me. It says wash your hands. Start by washing your hands and cleaning all your tools and work to avoid contamination. Contamination what? I'm going to carve this pumpkin up, pull the guts out, and stick it out on the porch. I'm not eating it.
And what good does washing your hands do? You're about to stick them in sludge.
Maybe it wants to be a certain. You got to wear like the medical gloves, and maybe you're playing
guess.
surgeon. I don't know.
I don't know what the supervision. Also, always supervise children. I just give my little kids a bunch of knives and the pumpkin. Say, knock yourself out, kids. Go. Always consider age appropriate.
See, in my back on the supervision, in my experience doing this with my own kids and with my grandkids, the kids are only there for about 3 minutes anyways. They start, boom, they're gone. You're carving a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So I guess I need supervised.
Yeah, it says use appropriate tools instead of sharp knives. Opt for pumpkin carving kits. When I was a kid,
Chainsaws.
too, we had the old mom's old steak knife that was no longer any good. Here, take this, and we cut it up. Cut up the pumpkin.
Well, you get that first jab in.
Yes.
And then start sawing.
Well, here we go. Cut away from the body. When carving, cut away from the body to avoid accident. Keep hands and fingers out of the cutting path. I usually cradle my pumpkin like a football right into my stomach, and I grab the knife and stab it into it, pulling it in. Nice,
I like
jagged movements.
I like don't rush. It's like
Don't rush.
You can't rush.
You can't rush art.
Yeah. Yeah. Go slow and steady. Don't rush. Precision is the key to avoid slips and accidents.
Yeah, you'll wind up on one of those signs on the highway.
Yes. Well-lit workspaces. See, I like to turn off all the lights and light one tea candle, a votive candle, off into the side.
An atmosphere.
Yes, ambiance. And then try to find the pumpkin and carve it in the dimly lit, candle-lit basement. And finally, carve with caution. Be careful when removing the pumpkin's lid and cutting into its flesh, as it can be tough and require more force than expected.
Yeah.
Then thrust your hand deep into the bowels of the pumpkin and pull out its guts. It doesn't say that, but I had to finish it.
That's what's going to happen next.
That's right. You throw them guts on. You got to be careful when you put those guts. They're slippery. You could slip, fall on it, hit your head on the concrete. They don't have that on there.
Did you ever have an issue trying to get the lid cut out and you try to whittle it down so it fits a little better?
Yeah.
And then you cut it too small
It
and it
goes in.
falls through. It's like, ah!
Yep. Found a few other Halloween tips here. This is costume safety, of course, dress children in brightly colored or light colored costumes. Well, if you're Batman, I'm not going to dress up with Batman and have like a bright red. It's like, what are you? I'm Batman. We didn't have any of this. Reflective tape, flashlights, glow sticks. Nope. Just turn me loose. Watch out. Make sure your costumes and shoes fit properly. Never happened.
No.
If you had those masks, you couldn't see through the slits. And then if you were just using, like we had old clothes, use your mom and dad's old clothes, or sometimes we go to Goodwill, you buy old clothes that wouldn't fit you. I'm a scarecrow. So it's 3 sizes too big. It's an adult size. You're wearing it out. Non-toxic I like this non-toxic makeup. Number 5, the last one. Make sure their costumes and accessories are labeled flame resistant. They don't have to be flame resistant.
just
We just
label.
want them labeled.
There, I
But
labeled them.
if it goes up like the Hindenburg when it comes anywhere near the little candle and the pumpkin, it's, oh, the humanity flaming on. Well, at least their costume, it said it was flame resistant.
The big dilemma with, you remember the old plastic mask that we would wear that had
Oh,
the
yeah.
slits? If you wore glasses,
See, I didn't, but that would be a problem.
it's a problem because do you wear it under the mask and then it steams
Well, then the mask
up?
really wouldn't fit well.
Well, yeah, it steams up your glasses. Put it over the mask. Try that. You look like a real Batman with glasses. You know?
But I don't think your glasses would fit very well over
It
the
doesn't.
mask.
It's like everything. But then if you don't wear your glasses, you can't see anything. Which with that mask, you barely can anyways. But
All right, here's
the
a few
little nostrils trying to breathe through those.
a few safety tips for you at home. So if you're staying home, make sure your porch and front yard are clear of any potential tripping hazards. So that's any Halloween decorations at all. They're all tripping hazards.
Don't rip on the costume that your wife's wearing.
No.
Is there a story behind
That's another
that?
safety.
Or was...
No.
Okay.
Replace any
can make
burned
one
out
up.
bulbs in your outdoor light. This is now I've got a honeydew
What
list.
is
I've got to go
going
around and replace
on?
bulbs.
Gosh.
Get rid of tripping hazards. I think this. Use battery operated votives instead of lit candles. I like to use a propane torch. Flame on, baby. And restrain your pets or keep them in the other room. I like to put them on a leash that just stops short of the sidewalk.
kids.
And trick or treat safety. Always accompany young
I
children.
like, but you missed one there.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Secure your inflatable Halloween decorations.
Oh, I did
Because
miss
you know
that
those
one.
will attack you when you're.
Well, you don't want to be assaulted by some of those Halloween decorations.
You don't
Help!
have the big skeleton fall on you.
I've seen the inflatable Mike Myers. They make him look kind of cutesy.
Yeah.
And we saw this is a guy with 160 kills, and he looks like a Funko Pop. Like, oh, look, come kids. Come over here. And he's jabbing you now.
Do you babysit?
Yes. Do you have an older sister that's going to be babysitting you later by yourself? Always accompany your young children around the neighborhood. Tell
I just like to let them run wild.
Yes. Tell older children to remain in the group and stay in communication with you. Okay, good luck with that.
That's so the serial killer can find them
Yes.
in a group.
Avoid homemade treats and expect candy before it's consumed. I think we already talked. Homemade treats were some of the worst.
Yeah.
And
Here, have a Rice Krispie treat.
good luck. Half of my candy was gone before we got down the road to the next house. We're eating it as quick as it can get into the bag. I like only go to well-lit homes.
Not the dark ones.
Now, this house is lit. And do not enter any homes or cars for treats.
I jumped in cars all the time. What about
And
the
then, of
cop
course,
car? The cops go around and
You're driving safe. Yeah. Drive slowly. I like to drive real fast on Halloween. Down the neighborhood, streets. It says be on the lookout for trick-or-treating. I like this, including those in dark clothing. I think I just say be on the lookout for trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
That encompasses all trick-or-treating, not just some.
well, the ones in light clothing, you have to be aware for them. Just the
Exercise
dark clothing.
extra caution at crosswalks and intersections, because that's the only place little kids dart out across the street to get more candy.
How do you exercise extra caution?
You
What
go
is
even
extra
slower.
caution? Aren't you just cautious?
I don't know.
Do you keep a supply of extra caution on you?
I don't know.
So
On
then-
Halloween night, don't text or look at your phone while driving. But just Halloween night. The rest of the year, knock yourselves out.
They should tell that to all the 18-year-old girls
Yes.
that are.
Turn your headlights on earlier in the day, which most cars have daylight running
Yeah.
lamps anyway. And do not wear Halloween masks or costumes that can obstruct your vision while driving. So when you've got your giant, because I think you're going as a pea jug man this year, aren't you, Mike?
Oh, piss jug man? Yeah.
So
From the
you might not want to put the costume on until you get to the party.
To the truck stop.
Yeah, to the truck stop so the little kids can get your autograph and take your pictures. That's from another episode for all of you wondering. Go look it up. It's
Get your
well
printed,
worth your
printed pictures.
or look us up on social media. You can see pictures.
I'll be doing an autograph signing.
Yes, yes, he will. And if you can find Greg, he'll print out pictures on his home printer. But that was the end of all of our safety tips. Now, I did want to say, I saw one of these had something where you can use, there's an app called the Nextdoor app. I'm not familiar with it, but they have an app. I guess you can get it, and it's for neighborhoods,
Yeah.
and people can put information on there. Well, they have a function within that, and I did download it and look at it. It's called the Treat Map.
I saw that.
So you can go there, put your neighborhood in there, and then you hit that, and it tells you what houses have the lights on, who's giving candy away, and this. What happened to the days? You had no clue when you were kids. You went up, you took a risk. You went up, that house, there's lights on, but they don't have a porch light on. But maybe they're giving away candy, and you just had to take the chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to get yelled at, but it's worth it because I could get candy.
Yeah. Your
And you-
only saving grace when you were a kid was another kid coming up and saying, hey, they got the full-size
Yes.
bars down there.
Yes. Yes. Or they were telling on there, too, where they were telling, like, you can put notes, and people were putting notes about what kind of candy was given out. It was just a crapshoot there, too. You went up there, ding dong, trick or treat. You're like, oh, raisinets. Oh, raisins.
Yeah. Some
Like-
old guy with a cigarette would throw his newspaper in my bag or something.
Or like you said, full size Hershey bar. Boom, we got it. And then it was just word of mouth.
Yeah.
And you could usually tell by the giant hordes of children that were going to this house, like, well, something good's going on there. I don't know what it is. I'm getting in line. I got to get in line.
Would you ever revisit a house?
No,
I never did.
I didn't either.
I didn't have the courage.
Nope.
We just were.
They
we
would
just stayed on the
recognize
move.
you. They would recognize you.
We just stayed on the move. So, but yeah. So the kids now they can get the treat map. They can tell them everything
Yeah,
they want.
they've got it on their phones.
Yeah. We just took. Hey, there was a possibility I could have gotten abducted and assaulted at any home I went to, but it was worth it for the candy. I'm taking my chances.
It was all about
I don't
the
know.
candy. It was all
I
about.
could be murdered, or I could get a full size candy bar. That's
It's a toss-up.
Yes, it's a 50-50 proposition. It outweighed. They weighed the same. All right.
I thought about something else with the pumpkin carving too.
Yes.
If you do nick yourself while you're doing it, just use that blood, put it on the pumpkin, make it look more
I
authentic.
like that. I like it more Halloweeny.
Yeah.
I
A little
do
touch of authenticity.
Yes.
Before you wrap the gauze on.
That's right. All right. Anything else, Mike?
Nah.
No. Okay, I got a few Halloween laws from international. Even we got a few of those. So let's head to Haiti. Haiti has a law. They have a anti-zombie law. Says there's a law on the book in Haiti that explains even if you successfully turn someone into a zombie, it is still considered murder. Article 246 states it's a crime if you drug someone, bury them as though they were dead, and dig them up and bring them back to life.
Does that
So
happen a lot in Haiti?
It must, because they had to make a law. So if you're going to Haiti, you may want to be careful.
Did
I don't
they
know.
film The Walking Dead there?
Maybe.
It must have.
All right, we're going to head over to France. Oui, oui. In France, there's a town there. I'm going to Vendargues. I don't know. I'm at Vendargues. I'm sure I've butchered it, but they have banned people.
Great, you just cost us our French listeners.
No, I apologize. They have banned people from dressing up as clowns for Halloween and for the entire month of November. They're not taking any chances with clowns. Listen, we don't want you around in November or Halloween.
No birthday parties.
No.
I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't like clowns.
The mayoral decree bans
So if
individuals.
it's a clown or Michael Myers.
I like this. The
Mike
mayoral,
Myers is a clown. I'm done. It's over.
the mayoral decree bans individuals and groups ages 13 and older dressed as clowns from the town's streets and public spaces. So if you're under 13, you can dress as clown. Is that scarier, though? Bunch of 12-year-old clowns running around?
Could be.
All right.
I like the thought of it as like, they're just 12-year-old clowns.
Yeah, they're good. Oh, when you hit 13, we're done with you.
You can't push the 13-year-old clowns.
All right. Hollywood, California. They have a law. No person is allowed to use Silly String and all other brands of aerosol string between midnight on Halloween and noon the following day.
The
City
Walmart-
leaders came up with
Walmart
this
brand.
rule after a few crazy Halloween street parties got a bit messy. Now, you can use serious string.
Yeah.
You can use humorous string. But you
Not
cannot use silly. We are not putting up with silly string whatsoever.
Because there's no other litter in California.
No. No.
or homeless or needles or, hobo poop. We don't
Right.
care about
Don't
that.
use
But
silly
by
string.
golly, if you have string shooting it on the sidewalk, we're tired of picking that up.
We don't want any of that brightly colored string around.
No. That gets in the way of the drug needles and the poop. Jeez. All right. We are going to hit Maryville, Missouri.
Maryville.
Now, this one's for the ladies. Or it could be for the guys, I guess, depending. But it says, in Maryville, Missouri, women are prohibited from wearing corsets under their costumes.
I guess a guy could wear.
What is the definition of a corset, or what are the alternatives? That's not defined. So, but women cannot, I guess they don't want you looking skinnier than you are. We don't want any false advertising. You have to just put it out like you are. I don't know. I don't know why you cannot
What
wear.
would be the reasoning behind that?
It says
so weird.
women are not allowed to wear corsets under their costume. I guess you could wear it over your
Wear it
costume.
over or as a costume?
As a costume? I'm going to go down and wear a corset and see if I get a ticket. It doesn't
You
say men
will.
can't.
You will get a ticket.
Doesn't say men can't. Okay. It says here.
Cop pulls you over. And,
Belleville.
okay, unbutton your shirt. I need to see underneath what
Just
you're
a
wearing.
shirt check.
Yes. Belleville, Missouri. Well, bear with me. My page just refreshed, so I'm having to look it up again. This one also has France in there. There we go. Belleville, Missouri. Prohibits any teenager over 12 from trick-or-treating. The mayor helpfully explained, we believe that Halloween is for the little children. So, what do you think about that? What do you think? Should there be an age limit for trick-or-treating, and if so, what's your cutoff?
I would probably say yeah.
I feel like 12's a little young, though.
I mean, but I don't want to go too much past that.
Yeah, no, I mean we've had some older ones, and to me, it's all about attitude. If they're respectful and act normal, then fine, I'll give you some candy. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like to a certain point, it's kind of like, shouldn't you be done with this by now?
yeah, you probably
Like,
should. But should it be against the law? I don't think so.
I thinking there should be. I say in eighth grade. I think once you get into high school,
yeah, I can
do
see
something
that.
else. Yeah, you're older. Have a Halloween party or get together with friends.
Yeah,
But let the trick or treating be for the little kids.
yeah.
That's me. But I'm a curmudgeon and a grouch. So,
I'd probably do the same thing in high school.
Yeah.
all right. Well, we're all on the same page. Walnut Creek, California. This is probably the most California thing ever. So, the city council enacted a law that prohibits any person of any age to wear a mask or disguise on a public street. This includes Halloween, without a permit for the sheriff. So you need to pay for a permit
Oh, of
if you
course.
want to go trick-or-treating, because that's what California does.
Jeez.
So, yeah, it says here, I trust that all the little toddlers are now lining up at the sheriff's office to get their permits to go out on Halloween. If they don't, I'm sure the
Does it
lawyers
say what
of
a permit
California will be
costs?
busy. It does not say.
That's
So,
ridiculous.
I don't know.
And then while you're out trick or treating, you got to wear your permit
Yes.
Yeah.
on your
Permit number 762.
in costume.
By the city of.
Yep. The last one I got, this one is actually from Forsyth, Illinois.
Ooh, just south of us.
Yes. Says most children and their parents understand that houses with a porch light off and no decorations are not giving out Halloween treats. Using their common sense, people normally skip these homes on their trick-or-treat adventures. However, some places felt the need to write this into law, such as Forsyth, Illinois. Visitors can only approach house with exterior lights on, or they can be fined up to $750.
Wow.
That's an expensive Halloween.
That is. You can buy a lot of candy with that.
You can buy a lot of candy with that. So that is the last one. There's a bunch of other ones that really don't make they're kind of a lot of the same or kind of duds. But those were some of the more interesting ones that I found. So anything else you want to bring up or talk about before we wrap this one up?
No, I don't
Mike,
think so.
did we not hit anything, or you got anything that you want to bring up before we? Because after this, we're moving into the Thanksgiving time and
Yeah.
Christmas and holiday seasons.
Well, I was just going to ask, do you guys hear that? Kind of sounds like a chainsaw. You guys hear that? No.
So they keep trying to start it. It keeps dying. So we're going to be okay. All right. Well, we thank everybody for listening, tuning into the show. If you like it, give us a 5-star rating. Give us a review.
A thumbs up. Anything.
Thumbs up. Yes. Give us a comment. Hit the share button. Check out all of our social media feeds, Instagram, Facebook, X, Rumble, YouTube. We're out all over the place. We're putting out some videos. We got a few taste test videos coming up of some different candies. And make sure you check those out as
Halloween candy.
Yes, Halloween candy.
Hopefully we'll have our voices back by next week.
Hopefully we will. We do appreciate you listening to the show. Relax, take in a deep breath. Don't get freaked out by any slashers coming at you. This is all in good fun. We hope you have a happy and safe Halloween, and we hope you are tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.